All right, everybody. Happy Sunday night. Welcome to Music on the Menu on the River. Alan K. Stout with I Always Am. Sunday nights, 9 to 10 o'clock, bringing you regional artists doing their own original material from right here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Hanging out with D.C. Taylor, as I always am on Sunday. D.C., good to see you, buddy.
You too, Alan. How's it going?
All right. How was your Halloween?
Good.
Did you trick or treat?
Got a few kids stopping by the door, and then the rest was for me.
You actually don't turn the light off and hide up in the bedroom?
Oh, are you kidding me? Got to get the kids to candy. Got to keep the tradition going.
Better man than me. Well, I'm glad to hear you had a good one. Hey, look, it is our tradition here on the show that the Sunday night before we're at Music on the Menu live at Breakers, we have the artist that's going to be playing in here with the studio with us. So Kate is here with us tonight. Kate,
Howdy.
good to see you, darling. Good to see you too. It's been a while, but not really. I saw you at James Jan.
Well,
right?
yeah.
But you haven't been up here to do our show in about, I'm thinking maybe more than a year and a half.
I'm convinced that you have a day counter on that.
I do not.
I'll get these emails from Alan that'll say, hey,
You're due.
it's been X amount of days.
You're due to come back and do a show.
Yeah.
And you always say yes.
I do.
I appreciate it.
I like it. Thank you.
What have you been, we're going to play tons of your music for the whole show tonight, but I want to talk to you about, last time you were here, a year and a half ago, you said you weren't using Kate anymore.
Oh, geez. Here we go.
And you are using it again.
I
So
am.
I would be remiss if I didn't ask you why.
I guess. I guess it's one of those if you can't beat 'em, join 'em kind of situations. So I was playing under my full name, Kate Harity, and people were coming out and they were like, oh, you're
You're
K.A.
Kate. Right.
And so I guess I just gave up.
Right.
But it's a good kind of giving up. It's not a bad thing.
Well, you spent a long time,
Yeah.
almost like branding yourself.
Yeah.
And you're still you.
This is why I need to hire marketing people.
You're still playing the same tunes. So, I mean, you're still
Yeah.
playing. So,
Yeah.
I kind of figured it was something like that.
I had gone to Nashville at that time, and I thought that I would appear more mature and grown up as a songwriter, and I was looking at changing my avenue potentially at that time, but looking back, it probably wasn't the best idea. But I have a lot of those.
Well, I mean,
not so great ideas.
I mean, the most important thing is, of course, is the music. And,
Yes.
We're going to, like I said, we're going to play
Yeah.
a whole bunch of it here tonight. We're going to kick off the show with definitely, it's my favorite Kate song. And you probably know this because I play it on the show like 15 times a year. This Pieces of You.
Yep.
I am so sorry for you. I am so sorry for your loss. And I am so sorry for you. Sorry for pieces of you. Just let it go. My pieces of you. Take your time, goodbye. I watch your taillights fade away. Ain't ashamed to cry. Every time you leave, it hurts me just the same. But I'm in for this ride, 'cause maybe next time we will find no more goodbye. And I think it's worth the wait. Yeah, I think it's worth the wait. Here's your time, go find the love you think you lost someplace. Someday you will find the love is grown, it's only grown in change. And in the meantime, I'm writing these lines, hoping you'll find you've changed your mind. And I think it's worth the wait. Yeah, I think it's worth the wait. Oh, it's worth the wait. And in the meantime, I'm writing these lines, hoping you'll find you've changed your mind. Yeah, you think it's worth the wait. I do think it's worth the wait. Yeah, you'll see it's worth the wait. It's worth the
Kate here on Music on the Menu on the River, a song called The Wait. And before that, Kate with a song called Pieces of You. She'll be with us Tuesday night at Breakers as part of the Music on the Menu live original music series, 7 to 8 o'clock right here at the casino. And also, of course, live on the radio. We're hanging out with Kate here tonight. And, you know, we're playing songs, Kate, from quite a few of them from the Something Out of Nothing EP that came out in 2004. And I have said this on the show a couple of times now over the last couple of years when I play songs from the record. I have this easily in the top 10 releases of any artist ever from Northeastern Pennsylvania. And
Wow.
I'm dead serious.
Thank you.
This album holds up so well. The songs are timeless. They're beautiful songs.
Thank you.
How does this record, you're welcome. How does this record sound on your ears 13, 14 years after you wrote it and recorded it?
I'm still very, very, very proud of that. That was my first real effort in a real studio with real musicians. I had recorded a demo in a garage years ago, I was out of tune. It was a mess. So this was my first time doing it the real.
You did
the
this
real
with
one.
Brett and Paul in Danville, right?
Yes.
At the old Saturation Acres.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I
What a
thought.
space that was.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I mean, the songs, I mean, they've got this texture to them. They've got this mood to them. They're a timepiece in a way, but they're timeless. I mean, what do you recall about, you just talked about recording them and going into the studio, but what do you recall about writing them?
A lot of these, this was written at a time when I wasn't writing for anyone but myself. This was written at a time when it was just, this was what I did. And I had no idea that I was eventually going to end up recording this and sharing it with the world or whoever would listen. Although some people in Australia have purchased this record, for the record.
I believe it.
Which was pretty cool. But yeah, so it was a different time for me. I didn't write because I thought anyone was going to listen. I wrote for me, and I wrote about my life and my experiences. And so now they're kind of like a little time capsule for me
and it was
that time in my life.
It was about 2 years ago, I think, that we spoke when you said that the original pressings had sold out, and so you actually repressed it.
I did briefly. I'm out of those.
Oh, see, there you go. Telling you.
So I
can't find this record.
I'll probably do it again. I actually found it in the Gallery of Sound for $5.
Did you?
In the used section. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
There's one there anyway.
Yeah. But I did finally get to live my dream and take the CD up to the counter and tell the guy that, hey, she's cute. He didn't get it, though. He didn't seem to connect it. I was a little thinner then.
It really is such a great record.
Thank you. I'm proud of it.
I love it so much.
I'm proud of it.
And you know that. Let's play another one from that record.
Cool.
This one's called Orion.
A million wishes cast across the sky. I wish that I wish I might. For just one moment I would make you mine. I'd take this pain away and make things right. The only light that leads me through my dark. Love is my North Star that leads me all the way back home, yeah. Who has cast this spell and put me in this hell of being alone? Forced to watch from down below this love I will never truly know. River in my sights, bright reminders in the night. You wanna walk on the water, just let go. Light under this love across the sky, just let go. Goddess of the hunt, we say you hear my cry. Protector of all things young, won't you save me from this beast inside? Goddess of the moon, oh, beg you, bow, don't shoot too soon. Struggling for clarity, please don't let yourself be fooled. River in my view, what a chance to take it all. You wanna walk on the water, just like Light under this love across the sky, just like just like you wanna walk on the water. Tell me what you want from me. Tell me what it is. Tell me what you'll take from me. crying, I've been crying, begging you to stay. But tomorrow wake up, we never make up, I'll find your empty place. Just let these days go, only we know what we can erase, what we can erase, and I will just go home, and you can make believe, we can keep pretending. You never loved me, and time will just keep slipping away in grains of sand at our feet, and I will just go on, and you'll be without me. No. Keep on lying, keep on denying the meaning of your words. While it's all ending, my heart's pretending you would never hurt. If tomorrow wake up, we never make up, I find my empty place. Just let these days go, only we know what we refuse to face, but we never can replace, and I will just go on, and you can make believe, we can keep pretending. You never loved me, and time will just keep slipping away in grains of sand at our feet, and I will just go on, and you'll be without me. And time will just keep slipping away in grains of sand at our feet, and I will just go on, and you'll be without me. Now, ooh, yeah, you'll be without me. No, you'll be without me. So you'll be without me. So you'll be without me.
Kate here on Music on the Menu on the River, a song called Without Me. Before that, Kate with a song called Breathless. And before that, Kate with a song called Orion. Lots of Kate here tonight.
That's a lot of Kate.
Kate Harity. She'll be with us on Tuesday night at Music on the Menu Live at Breakers. We've done so many events together over the years.
Yeah.
I mean, at the Woodlands with the live shows, and this will be your second time here. And you were like my right-hand girl with Concert for a Cause. You were one of the ones that actually told me, I think, in maybe around 2010, that we needed to move over from the MySpace to the Facebook.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And you became the
Yeah.
administrator of the Concert for a Cause page, and you
Yeah.
were such a big help for
Yeah.
promoting that
I
show.
loved doing it. I loved it.
And then the beautiful irony of it is that we do the last show, and the Times leader is going to go up and take some pictures. And I don't know who they're going to go up and shoot, or I don't know what they're going to do. I was just happy that they were coming up and they were going to do something. And the day after the last Concert for a Cause, on the very front page of the Times leader, is a big picture of you playing at the last Concert
Yeah.
for a Cause.
Yeah.
And that made me so happy because you had done so much more
Yeah.
than just play. You had helped me,
Yeah.
promote it and with the social media and everything. So that was good karma. It really
Thank you.
was.
It was cool.
It really was.
I still have the print from the paper on the wall.
That was a special time. Special time.
It sure was.
So we're playing a lot of stuff from Something Out of Nothing and talking about that record. And like I said, I think it's one of the all-time great records to come from this region.
Thank you.
But what are you up to now? You're writing? You're going to record?
I never stop writing. I'm always writing. I am trying to record. And I stress the word trying. I'm a musician and not the best business person or financial planner in the world. I think probably most of us musicians aren't. So I'll get in there. I got in there and recorded one of my new songs, Shadows and Smoke.
We're going to play that in a little bit, too.
Yeah, that version's a lighter demo version of it. And then I didn't have funds to get back in there again. So I keep working toward that. And I wanted to do a song a month, and I will get back to it. Brett Alexander's been messaging to find out where I am.
Where you at?
So
You ever consider doing, because I've seen the other artists doing this, and I never asked an artist this before on the show, you ever consider doing like a GoFundMe for a record? Because
I have.
sometimes it works.
I have.
I've seen bands get it done.
I have, and maybe it's old school of me, but someone once, like a manager once said to me, "If you're not willing to invest in your own music, why should anyone else?" And it really stuck with me. And so, like that whole first record of my own, I funded that. It was, it ended up being about $10,000. That whole EP, like from start to finish, we had it mastered at Sony. Like we did the whole. I went all out on that record.
I remember Brett telling me how excited he was about that record.
Yeah.
And I didn't know you then, and he was like,
cool.
"This girl's great."
Yeah, that's
truth.
awesome.
Yeah.
But I'd like to do the same thing again, and I guess I'm too proud to get help for it.
All right.
Is that terrible?
Well, and you got a story behind
Yeah.
it too. You got some advice that kind of resonated in your
Yeah.
head for.
I think I might change my mind about that in the coming months.
We'll help you promote it.
Yeah.
We'll
Thanks.
we'll share that for you.
Thank you.
Let's play another one from Kate. This one's called Living Proof.
Tell me I'm the one you seek. Tell me I'm the one you need. And you just don't get it. You just don't see. And you don't regret the way you make me believe. Don't feel sorry for me. Well, I've got some time, I'll see. But I'm so sorry for you.
Clove here on Music on the Menu on the River, a song called Anthem. Before that, Kate with a song called These Days. And before that, Kate with a song called Living Proof. I got a couple questions to ask you during this spot. First of all, what was the song that you had that was on, was it Days In? The national spot?
Yeah.
You were on a national television commercial, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And what song was that?
Keep on the Sunny Side.
That's right.
Yeah.
I
was
remember those commercials.
That was a
Yeah.
big deal, DC.
That was me.
Because I always thought, did they get Sheryl Crow or something? I mean, I'm sorry, I don't know if you
I
want that
actually heard a
comparison.
rumor that they wanted Sheryl Crow, but
Okay.
they couldn't afford her. I don't know that that's true, but that was what I had heard.
remember those commercials.
It did sound a little like it's like Sheryl
Yeah, a
Crow.
little bit.
Well, that's very
How did
flattering.
you wind up getting that national TV spot?
I was in the studio recording with Brett and Paul at Saturation Acres, and actually recording something out of nothing. I think it might have been like 1 or 2 songs in. So I had just kind of started working with them, but they were pitching a bunch of commercials and they wanted a female singer for this one. And I just happened to be, I guess it's the classic story of the right place, right time.
Right time. Another thing I want to talk about, we just played Clove, and I know that that's a band that's very dear to your heart. They had a big impact on you as
Huge.
a young musician.
Huge.
Want to talk about that a little bit?
I always say that they taught me everything I know. But obviously there were things I learned before them. But I was 21. I first started going out to bars. Back then, we all went to see live bands. It was like a concert every time. And I wound up at a Clove show. And it was the first local band I'd seen that had a female singer, and they just captivated me. I followed them around. I started cleaning up their drums for them at the end of the night or wrapping cables. We all started to know each other by name. Eventually, a spot opened up. I was in the band for a few months. I played keyboards for them.
I remember
sang
that.
background vocals. Jen and I have a duo on the side that we call Mighty Aphrodite. Every now and again, we get together and play, and that's a really fun project. But our voices just kind of fit together. And so, I mean, all the stuff that I knew when I first started playing acoustic alone, I kind of applied things from Clove shows to my solo show.
They were a terrific band. They made a
Oh my
couple
gosh,
of
unbelievable.
really good records back in
Yeah.
the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s.
Yep.
I knew you were a big fan
Huge.
of their
Huge.
music. There's another guy that I know you're a big fan of because I've seen him play with you a couple times. Dustin Douglas.
Yeah.
This is his record from Dustin Douglas and the Electric Gentleman, a tune called Daydream.
Have you ever woke up in a daydream? Can a daydream be the real thing? Maybe our life is out of a daydream, and you are not the queen to my king. Maybe I'm out of my head. Well, I'll just go back to daylight, black skies and starlight, trapped in an old-tight daydream. It's a daydream. Forget what was spoken, all will be broken. Daydream. It's a daydream. Well, hello, my name is Mr. Durden. Am I really alive in a way? I'm sorry if I keep you hurting. Is this daydream all a mistake? Maybe I'm out of my head. Well, I'll just get out of daylight. Black skies and starlight, trapped in an old-tight daydream. So daydream. Forget what was spoken, all will be broken. Daydream. So daydream. Is this really all a dream? Well, hey, Mr. Sandman, grab me by the head. Don't ever leave me stuck in a daydream. irritation, and I give thanks for that. But it seems like we've come a long way, yeah, yeah. Seems like we've come a long way. Seems like we've come a long way, yeah, yeah. Seems like we've come a long way. You are my irritation, you're under my skin. You are my reminder of where I shouldn't have been. But it seems like we've come a long way, yeah, yeah. Seems like we've come a long way. Seems like we've come a long way, yeah, yeah. Seems like we've come a long way. I know what this is. I know what this is. I know what this is. I've been here before. I know what this is. I know what this is. I know what this is. I've been here before. But it seems like we've come a long way, yeah, yeah. Seems like we've come a long way. You are my poison ivy, you're my fleur-de-lis. You are what I must cling to get to what I need. To get to what I need. To get to what I need.
In the dark in the corner, if you listen real close, you might hear the sounds of a song. But no one is listening and nobody knows if she's playing it right, it's so wrong. Somebody's buying around, saying, bartender, please turn that down. Maybe he's right. Should she give up this fight and surrender to shadows and smoke? Yeah, yeah. Just left of the TV, not far from the bar. A man's got his eye on the game, just playing her heart out, one girl, one guitar. But no one remembers her name. High fives are going around, and it's high time this place cleared out. Nobody cares that she sits over there. She's surrounded by shadows and smoke. It's making a joke. It's making a joke. She can't breathe. But shadows and smoke, that's all that she knows, and all that she knows she don't see. One day she'll grow wings and pack up her things and find her a new place to go, where everyone dreams and everyone sings, and music is what they call home. Somebody's buying around, and she knows that they all hear her now. And just as the light always wins overnight, she will rise shadows and smoke. Yeah, yeah. In the dark in the corner, if you listen real close, you might hear the sounds of a song.
Kate here on Music on the Menu on the River with a song called Shadows and Smoke. Before that, the Badleys with Brett Alexander on vocals with a song called Poison Ivy. That goes back to the Amazing Grace record from 1999. And before that, Dustin Douglas and the Electric Gentlemen and a song called Daydream. I peppered in a couple of your friends here tonight, Clove and Brett, who I know produced your record, and Dustin, who has played with you live a bunch of times. That last song, though, that we played, Shadows and Smoke, that's the most recent one that
I've
we're
recorded,
playing.
yeah.
So tell us a little. You did that for like a special showdown in Bloomsburg, right?
Yeah, there was a show by Tony Halchak.
Oh, yeah.
He was putting this show together every year called the Brew Sessions. Mm-hmm. And this local beer brewing club, I guess, would invent these beers and they would give them names. And then they would take those names and, like, let's say there were 7 beers. Then they brought in 7 songwriters who wrote 7 songs based off of the beer's name. And I remember being very nervous about writing this one. I was like, what if I can't do it? I didn't know if I could write on command. He handed me Shadows and Smoke. And I was like, okay, but what if I can't do it? He's like, just try and get back to me. I said, okay. And I had written a song called Shadows and Smoke in about 3 days.
That is actually, I mean, that's a really cool story. But, and I mean, the title that you were given is cool. It could have been bad, right?
Yeah.
It could have been like, Ale Cherry Red or something like that, right?
I think they might name the beers knowing that they're going to have a songwriter.
With that in mind, yeah, because I was going to say.
I don't know. I'm not on that side.
That could have been, a disaster.
Yeah.
But you got a cool, you got a great song out of it.
Yeah.
And you had a little bit about to work.
Yeah. I did it the second year, too. Stepped in for somebody and did Strangers on a Train.
Okay.
Which was, you'll hear that someday, too.
All right.
Yep.
We'll put it on the air.
Yep. Once I record it.
I'm going to ask you something now that I don't think I've ever asked you before. And, we go back to, I think the first time I wrote about you, my column was probably in the Times Leader. Maybe I just jumped over the weekend around 2004 or 5.
Yeah.
Who are some of your desert island artists? Whenever I ask people this, I don't say take an album because that's just not fair.
No.
I'll let you take a bunch of albums, but for 5 artists. So you could take 3 or 4, but give me 5 that have to be
5 artists?
Artists, yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to name the albums.
Right now, that would be Casey Musgraves, Hyam, Clove. What if somebody gets offended by this?
How would they be offended by you saying you want to listen to their music for the rest of your life on an island?
Well, what if I say I don't want to listen to their music for the rest
you mean who you're eliminating? You mean who you're not including?
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Casey Musgraves.
I'll be the bad guy. She can only take 5.
Hyam, Clove, Indigo Girls. I would die without them. And this is hard. Right now, I'm going to pick Kate.
Awesome.
That was my way of pleading the 5th.
All right. Since I'm in a good mood, I'll give you 3 more.
3 more. Oh, no. Oh. I think I would take...
I never did this for anybody before.
I would take
He'll
Dustin.
vouch.
I would definitely take Dustin.
Mm-hmm.
I would take Brett.
Going on local people. Your
I would
colleagues,
definitely
your
mix
peers.
that in. Yeah, without a doubt. Oh my gosh, Taylor Swift, duh.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
I've seen you posting on Facebook
I
about
love
it.
her.
Like when she drops a new song, you're all excited. You're
I'm
sharing
all over it.
What is it about her that resonates with you?
Actually, she reminds me, not in her relationships personally, but she reminds me of me when I was younger before other people's influences kind of affected me. So I had similar ideas of songs that she's written. And I now wish that I had explored those a little harder back then.
You mean like her lyrical content, not in the songs about the relation, but like a song like "Shake It Off" and things like that?
I don't know about her 80s stuff so much now, but like her Nashville style stuff, a lot of her ideas of those songs. So not necessarily the lyric or the style of the song, but the concept, where she's writing like about Romeo and Juliet and stuff like that. Like those sorts of ideas I had when I was 13, 14.
It is almost
first learning to write.
I mean, she's been around a while now. You almost forget she came up country.
Yeah,
I mean,
and she's still really, really young.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I think of her as a pop artist.
Oh yeah, she is definitely
all
pop
do.
now.
We all do. Well, listen, we're looking forward to having you on Tuesday night again,
Thank
7
you.
o'clock. Music on the Menu live at Breakers, and of course live on the radio, live on the phone app, live on the internet. So there's no excuse not to listen to it. You can listen to it from like the space shuttle if you wanted to. And so
Yes.
we will we'll be broadcasting, of course, here live from Mohegan Sun Pocono. Kate, always great to see you.
Thanks for having me. It's always great to be here.
I'm gonna close with the song that turned so many of us onto you originally. This was the song.
This was the first one.
Everybody heard this for the first time. Remember our friend Joe Student was at the Weekender, and I remember Joe talking to me
Yes.
about it, and have you heard this record? And Brett calling me from the studio.
Yeah.
You know, this was the one that kind of started it all, so I thought
awesome.
we'd close with it. This one's Kate. Wake Up. We'll see you Tuesday night at Breakers.
Wasting away the hours. Wrong, we know these are our last hours. And we're so far from home that we're standing alone. 'Cause we're just too damn proud to give in. So now I wait for this night to end. And now I pray wake up with you again. I wanna wake up with you. 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 Trying to stick with each minute. Our time's lost and it won't take us with it. And we don't understand what we can't hold in our hands. And we don't know that we'll get this back. So now we pray. We pray for this night to end. But we might waste this and never wake up again. I wanna wake up with you. 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 You could try fighting the days, even try fighting the clock. Wake up, wake up. Just watch time slip away, leaving us ready or not. Wake up. I wanna wake up with you. 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 I'm gonna wake up with you. I'm gonna wake up with you. I'm gonna wake up with you. Wasting away the hours. For all we know, these are our last hours. And we're so far from home, but we're standing alone. 'Cause we're just too damn proud to give in.